Hey guys, what's up? It is your boy Sickflowz here, and I am back with Mixing for the Fans episode 2. And this week, artist is Odot SG. I've actually talked to Odot SG for a few months now on YouTube. Been talking music back and forth. A collab soon to happen. First of all, one thing that I didn't like, but I worked around with, is if you see the vocals, as you see here, the vocals are very low. I think they're negative 18 dB, negative 20 dB. I mean, if that's how he likes to work, that's how he works. Every artist is different. I personally don't like working like that. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and start it. And last time you couldn't actually hear the beat in the song while I was mixing it. Before I did this video, I tested it out, and you still can't. So at the end, I'm just gonna have the song playing in the background at the end, so you guys can just hear that. And I'm also gonna have the download link down below. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I already came into it. I've been messing around with it. Yes, he has 2 verses. He has his backing vocals to his verses. He's got his ad-libs. This is right here. This is verse number 1, but he did the second part. So the hook, backing hooks, and second verse. So what I went ahead and did for this one, I actually worked on it earlier. I did the REQ 6 bands, and I actually went in and I gave it a high pass on the 80 frequency. Then a 239 frequency, I boosted it up by 2.8 dB. 1297 frequency, I boosted it up by 2. 5K frequency, I boosted it up by 1.7. 7.5 by 2.5, and 12,000 at 2. That's what I did for the EQ, for the intro and the vocal. Then I added the de-esser that came in Cubase. Now the RVox, I hit it with a gate at negative 40.6. Compression, I put negative 18 dB, and I did a gain of 10 just for the intro. And I did a limiter. Obviously I had to. I put input of 6, output of negative 0.3, and release of auto. In the maximizer, I went ahead and did output of 6 and optimized at 23.5. Now, this is the thing that I like doing. So say you already have your verse, right? And you just want to mix fast. And all your vocals are like, say you recorded that whole song the entire day. So all your verses are in the same tone, the same EQ, everything. So why are you going to go ahead and, go into the second track and do it all over? What I do is, after I go ahead and do it, I go right here to the preset management, and I save the preset. So I already saved that one as Odot. And I'm going to go to verse 1 and open it, and there it is. Now I am going to go in here and change some things. So let me go ahead and listen to it real quick. So right now I see that it's a little bit lower, so I'm going to go ahead and put the gain at negative 9. Alright, so right there sounds good for the compression. And then what I'm going to do real quick is I'm just going to go ahead and do the same for, the first verse. I'm going to go ahead and do it on the backing vocals like I'm doing now. But I'm going to do something different on the backing vocals, so just give me a second. I'm going to go ahead and do that on the ad-libs as well. Alright, so I'm going to go in on the first backing. And I like what he did. For me at least, because as you see here, he recorded it already being left. Because I told you guys, when you're doing backing, you're gonna want to have one backing a little bit to the left, one backing to a little bit to the right. So he did that already, so I don't have to go on there. And yes, my nose is running because don't worry about it. Anyways, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do for the backing is I'm actually gonna go ahead and go into the EQ. Now at the 239, which is this frequency right here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it by negative 2.6 dB. And again, at 1297, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it by negative 0.5 dB. And I'm going to do that for all the backing vocals. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that for the backing vocals real quick. So negative 2.6, negative 0.5. And this backing vocal right here too. Do the same for this one. Negative 0.5. Now, I'm going to go ahead and listen to it. But I'm going to go ahead and just listen to the backing vocals together. So you see here I'm having the backing vocals playing in the verse. I solo them out. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go into the backing vocals compression. Maybe compress that to negative. I'm going to go ahead and go with negative 13. Go with negative 14 gain. Do this for the all the backing vocals. I'm going to do a little bit different, negative 13.9 for this one. Actually, no, I'm not. Let me go back and put a negative 14 for all of them. So I'm doing this. Go ahead and do a negative 14 for this one. I'm going to go ahead and play it again. And I'm going to throw the beat in there. So there, I'm liking it. You know, you don't want the backing vocals to be noticeable, at least not for rap. You know, it's just there to make it sound fuller. So I'm liking where it's at now. Another thing that I did before the video, I went into the channel for the backing vocals. You see here, I gave it a negative 4 dB for the backing vocals. Shit, what the fuck? I just changed the color, and I don't even know how, but I don't care. So anyways, yeah, in the ad-libs, I'm actually going to go ahead and go to negative, like, 2 for now. Let me see how the ad-libs sound. Go ahead and give it a negative 9 dB. I'm just going to go ahead and give it a negative 8 dB. And for the EQ for the ad-libs, I'm going to go ahead and, at the 239, I'm going to go ahead and go to 2.5. So let's hear it again. So I'm hearing that the ad-libs are a little bit too high, so I'm actually going to go put a negative 9.7. Alright, so yeah, I'm liking the way it's sounding right now. Let me hear it again. You know, mixing's all about, you're going to have to keep hearing it, you know. So, and I got the mixture here, so it's clipping. So alright, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do is, since I like the way it's coming out, I'm gonna go ahead and skip the hooks, and I'm just gonna go to verse 2 and give it the same preset that I just did, that I made. Go into this right here and give it a -9, just like I gave it to the verse. And the backing, let me do it again. So let me do this real quick, because I did like the way it was coming out. And then I just forgot what I did for the backing, so let me go here. -2.6 and -0.5. Okay, so I'm going to go back here, give this a -2.6, -0.5. And I gotta say that he recorded his vocals really clean. Like, you know, like I told you guys, try to record your vocals clean. I'm liking the way that Odot recorded his vocals. And if you guys want to go ahead and subscribe to him, I'll have the link down below, and then his Facebook and all that good stuff. Alright, so I also went in here. What I put for the backings? Let's go ahead and go back. -14 for the backings. Alright. -14. Alright. And another thing I gotta check. Let me go ahead and go to the second verse. Let me give this -4. -4. Alright, so I'm liking the way the hooks and, I mean, not the hooks, the verses are coming out. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is now go ahead and get into before I get into the hooks, the hooks, I'm actually gonna go ahead and play this from the start and see how it sounds to me. So here's the intro. To me, the intro is a little high, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a -1.5 dB. Too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and give -0.9. Okay, it sounded pretty good so far. So what I'm gonna go ahead and just solo the hooks so I can hear how the hook sounds. And yes, he used 1, 2, 3. Well, he did a main hook, and I guess he did 1, 2, 3, 4 backings to the hook. So let's see where the hook starts. Starts over here. So I'm gonna go ahead, and then I'm just gonna give the preset. Alright, so that's what he did here. I'm gonna go ahead and give that preset to all of them, and I'm just gonna mess with it a little bit. Let me go ahead and give that Odot preset that I just made. Odot, and I think he used another one. Yeah, the backing 4. Actually, I want to hear what each one is separately. Let me see what this one is. Let me see what this is. Alright, so yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what this is. Okay, so these 3 are the same, and the first 2 are the same. So let me see. For these first 3, let me go ahead and listen to this one alone. Okay, that's uncensored. Let me see this one. Let me see this one. Alright, so I figured out what I'm going to go ahead and do. Let me go ahead and put the Odot preset on this one as well. Now, since these three right here are the same, I'm going to go ahead and leave this one at the center. This one, right away, I'm going to go ahead and pin it -61 to the left. And I'm going to go ahead and pin this one. I'm going to go ahead and go with 32 to the right. And just solo these three out again. And actually give this one a -4 dB. And give this one a -4 dB. And I'm just going to go ahead and hear how it sounds now. And I'm actually going to go ahead and play the beat with that as well. So let's see how that sounds. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the EQ for this. Give this one a negative, I mean not negative, but 2.5. Probably bring this up for 2.3. Bring the highs up to 2.3. Bring this up a little bit right there. Alright, and then I'm going to go ahead and go into the backing for this one. Yes, this one a negative 2.5. And the highs again, 2.3. I want the highs to be the same as this, so let me go ahead and actually look into that. So it's 2.3, 2.5. I give this a 1.9, 2.3. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and just give this one a -2.2. Alright, so let me go ahead and do the other backing right here now. Wait, that's the one I just did. So, is it this one? Okay. I just messed up, I think. Let me see. Yeah, this is supposed to be here. Hold on. So, I gave this one a 2.5, 2.3, 1.9, and 2.3 for this. And for this one, I'm actually going to get these settings right here. So -2.2, 2.3, 1.9, 2.5. Alright. And now let me hear how it sounds. Oh, already, as soon as that first that first vocal came in, I fell in love. Now, for the compression, I'm going to go ahead and -9.2. And I'm going to go ahead and go here and -14.5. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this one as well and then see how it sounds. See how it sounds together. Alright, so I'm liking that. Now let me go ahead and mess around with the first part of the hook again. If I remember, let me see what I put for the EQs here. It's important to have your EQs are on the same, they're the same vocal. I'm gonna go ahead and go here. Give this a 2.5, 2.3, 1.9, and then 2.3 for the highs. Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and the EQ -9 point, what did I say, 9.5? I think it was, right? Shit. See, this is the thing. Okay, 9.2. You just gotta go back and check, there's nothing wrong with going back and checking. Make sure everything's right. -14.5 for this one. negative 14.5. Now I'm gonna go ahead and listen to it again. And actually, let me see. Since this is the back end, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a negative 4. Alright, so I like how that sounded. Now I want to hear from the verses now. So let me hear. And there we go. See, already I knew something wrong. It's because this right here. There we go. How to turn that up. Alright, so for me, I think the hook is actually missing something, but I'm going to go ahead and think about if I should add something later on. But yeah, I'm done mixing the song. Now the rest thing that I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to go ahead and show you, is for the mixing, I'm going to give negative 6 dB to everything. So this is already negative 6.5 dB to everything. So this is negative 0.5 already, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to negative 7. I'm going to hit negative 6.5. The beat as well, negative 6.5, negative 10.5, negative. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want the song to be peaking, because I'm gonna actually go ahead and be mastering it in a second. So just give everything a negative 6.5 dB cut. And I know it gets frustrating to go ahead and do all this, but like, you know, nobody actually said that, you know, this will be easy. You know, I love mixing because, you know, you get to hear other people's sounds. That's why I love mixing other people's stuff, because you actually get to see how they are with their music. So anyways, guys, while I'm doing this, I am still taking entries or whatever for next week, next Sunday. So make sure you send them at sickflowztv at gmail.com. I'm going to have down the link below. And thank you for watching Mixing for the Fans, episode 2 with Odot as the artist. And I'm going to be having the song right after this. So thank you for watching, and peace.
Yo, and it's Odot. I've been learning, you know I got my flow locked. I'm murking and running round your whole block, not lurking, taking the top spot. That's certain. Out for a lot of guap, you know I put the work in, and I'm a hot shot, so I'm burning. I got a plot and I'm earning on top, and you're cursing. I'm done with the versing, my work rate's hurting. You get napped off the beat, I'm strapped in the street. Get clapped if you scream, you're not matching my team. I'm stacking my bees.